This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. You are literally eating a mineral solvent for breakfast. It binds to the calcium in your gut and flushes it out before your bones can use it. Your femur is becoming hollow and brittle while you think you're eating healthy. If you are over 60, this single habit acts like a slow-motion bone fracture waiting to happen. Your favorite breakfast is slowly paralyzing you. It sounds impossible, perhaps even insane, to suggest that the warm, comforting bowl of oatmeal you have trusted for decades is actually a silent assassin destroying your mobility from the inside out. But the terrifying reality is that for those over the age of 60, this innocent morning ritual is secretly dissolving your bone density, turning your thigh muscles into mush, and feeding your body a crippling agent every single day. You believe you are eating to protect your heart, but in reality, you may be preparing your body for a devastating fall that changes your life forever. Welcome to ElderFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. We need to have a serious, urgent conversation about the state of your legs and hips. You are likely sitting there thinking that your diet is healthy, that you are doing everything right to maintain your independence. Yet, there is a hidden mechanism at work, a biological betrayal happening in your gut right now because of how you prepare your morning meal. Imagine for a moment that every spoonful of that wholesome grain is acting like a solvent, binding to the calcium in your digestive system and flushing it out of your body before your bones can use even a single milligram of it. Your femur is becoming hollow. Your joints are stiffening, not because of age, but because of a chemical reaction you are unknowingly triggering. This is the tragedy of modern senior nutrition. We are feeding the very frailty that puts us in wheelchairs. Before we expose the 7 deadly mistakes that turn a superfood into a health hazard, I want to ask you to please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your support is the vital fuel that keeps us researching, uncovering these uncomfortable truths, and fighting to keep you strong and mobile. By hitting that subscribe button, you are not just watching a video, you are joining a community dedicated to refusing the decline that society tells us is inevitable. Now, let us look deeper into this crisis. The danger here is not just about weight gain or blood sugar, although those are critical factors. The real horror is the accelerated onset of sarcopenia, the involuntary loss of skeletal muscle mass. When you consume oatmeal the way 90% of seniors do, you are often triggering a starvation signal in your body. Because of specific errors in preparation and pairing, your body fails to register the nutrient intake correctly. Instead of building muscle, it begins to cannibalize its own tissue for fuel. You might notice it as a slight weakness when climbing stairs, or a feeling of heaviness when you try to stand up from a deep chair. You think it is just getting older, but it is not. It is your breakfast. You are effectively starving your leg muscles of the protein and minerals they desperately need to hold you upright. We are about to walk through the fire together. I'm going to reveal the 7 critical mistakes that accelerate this decay. These are not minor errors. They are metabolic disasters. From the mineral thief hiding in your unsoaked oats to the sugar bombs that inflame your knee joints, we will dismantle the myths that are breaking your bones. You are likely making at least 3 of these mistakes right now, and the cumulative effect is a ticking time bomb for your skeleton. But there is hope. By understanding these mechanisms, we can reverse the damage, turning that bowl of mush into steel for your legs. We will fix this starting today. But before we proceed to the first mistake, I want you to pause and reflect on your own mindset regarding health. Please answer the following question honestly in the comment section below. Which factor influences your breakfast choice the most? A. Convenience and habit. I eat what is quick and what I have always eaten. B. Nutritional impact. I am willing to spend more time preparing food if it guarantees stronger bones and muscles. Type A or B in the comments right now. Your answer reveals a lot about your readiness to transform your health. The first and most devastating mistake begins before you even boil water. It starts in the grocery store aisle, where convenience is packaged in colorful boxes that promise health but deliver decay. I am talking about instant oatmeal packets. These are not food. They are essentially osteoporosis in a box. When you tear open that packet of maple brown sugar or apples and cinnamon, you are unleashing a metabolic storm that your aging body is simply not equipped to handle. The convenience of a 60-second breakfast comes at a devastating cost to the structural integrity of your skeleton. Let us dissect what is actually inside those packets. The oats themselves have been pulverized, rolled thinner than paper, and pre-cooked. This processing strips away the natural fiber structure that your body relies on to slow down digestion. When you eat them, they do not behave like a complex grain. They behave like pure table sugar. Within minutes, they dissolve into glucose and flood your bloodstream. For a senior, this is catastrophic. The resulting massive spike in blood sugar triggers an aggressive insulin response. Insulin is a powerful hormone, and when it floods your system to manage this sugar emergency, it creates a state of acute inflammation. This inflammation does not just settle in your arteries, it attacks the collagen in your joints. It makes your knees stiff and your hips ache. You are literally feeding the fire of arthritis with every spoonful of that convenient flavored mush. But the assault on your bones does not stop there. The sugar content in these packets is absolutely shocking. A single serving can contain 3 to 4 teaspoons of added sugar. That is nearly half your daily limit in one small bowl. When you combine this sugar load with the refined oats, you create what we call advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds are formed when sugar molecules bind to proteins in your body. They make tissues stiff and brittle. Think of your tendons and ligaments like rubber bands. When they are healthy, they stretch and recoil. But when they are glycation by high sugar intake, they become like dried out old rubber bands that snap under pressure. This is why a simple stumble can turn into a life-altering fracture. You are essentially caramelizing your own connective tissue from the inside out. We must also confront the third and fifth mistakes, which compound this disaster: the addition of sweeteners and dried fruit, and the habit of drinking fruit juice. Many of you might avoid the instant packets, thinking you are smarter by buying plain oats, but then you sabotage it all by drowning them in honey, brown sugar, or maple syrup. You might think honey is natural, but your blood sugar does not care. To your pancreas, it is just another assault. And dried fruit? Raisins and dried cranberries are nothing more than sugar-concentrated candy. They stick to your teeth and spike your glucose just as violently as processed sugar. Then there is the glass of orange juice sitting next to your bowl. This is perhaps the most deceptive trap of all. You drink it for vitamin C, but you are swallowing liquid sugar that has been stripped of all its protective fiber. When you pour that juice into a stomach already struggling to process a carb-heavy oatmeal meal, you are creating a perfect storm of metabolic chaos. The liver gets overwhelmed by the fructose, leading to increased fat storage around the midsection, which adds unnecessary weight and stress to your already vulnerable lower body joints. You are not nourishing your body. You are forcing your liver and pancreas into a state of emergency while your bones starve for real nutrients. This combination of processed oats, added sweeteners, and liquid sugar is not a breakfast. It is a recipe for frailty. The destruction of your mobility is not just about what you are eating, but also what you are failing to eat. This brings us to the second and perhaps most insidious mistake: eating oatmeal plain. There is a pervasive myth among seniors that a simple bowl of oats, cooked in water with nothing else, is the pinnacle of heart health. This belief is dangerously incomplete. When you consume a bowl of pure carbohydrates without protein or healthy fats to buffer it, you are essentially signaling your body to break down its own muscle tissue. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein, a condition known as anabolic resistance. This means a 60-year-old needs significantly more protein than a 30-year-old just to maintain the same amount of muscle mass. Your leg muscles, the quadriceps that lift you out of a chair, the calves that balance you on uneven ground, require a constant stream of amino acids to repair themselves. A bowl of plain oatmeal provides barely 5 grams of protein, while your body is screaming for at least 30 grams to trigger muscle synthesis. By failing to provide this, you force your body into a catabolic state. It begins to scavenge the amino acids it needs from the most available source, your own thigh muscles. Every morning you eat plain oatmeal, you are making a trade. A cheap breakfast in exchange for the very muscle fibers that keep you independent. This error is compounded by the fourth mistake, the monotony of eating the same meal every single day. We often find comfort in routine, but dietary repetition is a silent thief. No single food, no matter how super, contains the full spectrum of nutrients your aging body requires. Oats are woefully low in vitamin B12 and vitamin D, both of which are critical for nerve function and bone health. By eating oats 7 days a week, you deny your body the opportunity to absorb these nutrients from other sources like eggs or fatty fish. Furthermore, this daily bombardment can lead to food sensitivities. Your gut lining, already thinner with age, can become irritated by the constant exposure to the same proteins, leading to subtle, chronic inflammation that saps your energy and makes your joints ache. Finally, we must address the critical error of timing. Many seniors make the mistake of eating their oatmeal too late in the morning, or worse, as an evening snack. Your body's ability to handle carbohydrates is dictated by your circadian rhythm. You are most insulin sensitive in the morning, meaning your body can shuttle glucose into muscles efficiently. As the day wears on, this efficiency plummets. Eating a carb-heavy bowl of oatmeal in the evening is metabolic suicide for a senior. The glucose that would have fueled your morning walk has nowhere to go. It lingers in your blood, damaging blood vessels and nerves before finally being stored as visceral fat. This extra weight puts immense pressure on your hips and knees, accelerating the wear and tear on your cartilage. You are not just eating at the wrong time, you are working against your body's natural biological clock, and your legs are paying the price. Even if you choose the perfect steel-cut oats, avoid all sugar, and eat at the right time, there is still a microscopic barrier standing between you and your health. This brings us to the sixth and most overlooked mistake, a technical error that turns your breakfast into a mineral thief. Most people simply boil water, toss in their oats, and eat. In doing so, they fail to neutralize a natural defense mechanism found in grains called phytic acid. You cannot see it or taste it, but this compound acts as a relentless padlock on the very nutrients your aging bones are crying out for. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient designed by nature to protect the oat seed until it is ready to sprout. When you consume it in unsoaked, unfermented oats, it binds tightly to essential minerals in your digestive tract, specifically calcium, magnesium, zinc, and iron. It creates an unbreakable bond that your body cannot digest. Imagine eating a meal rich in nutrients, only to have a chemical magnet sweep through your gut, latch onto those precious minerals, and drag them out of your body as waste. You are not just failing to absorb the nutrients in the oats. The phytic acid can actually leach minerals from other foods you eat, or even from your body's existing reserves. For a person over 60, this is a silent crisis. Your digestive efficiency naturally declines with age. Your stomach acid becomes weaker, and your gut absorbs less. You are already fighting an uphill battle to maintain bone density. When you introduce unsoaked oats into this fragile system, you are essentially starving your skeleton. Magnesium is critical for structural integrity, and calcium is the bedrock of your hips and spine. By eating improperly prepared oats daily, you are chronicling a story of deficiency. You might feel full, but your bones are becoming porous and brittle, hollowed out by the very food you thought was strengthening them. The tragedy is that this is entirely preventable. We have forgotten the ancient wisdom of our ancestors, who instinctively knew that grains required preparation. They never ate raw, quick-cooked grains. They soaked, soured, and fermented. The solution lies in a simple biochemical reaction. By soaking your oats overnight in water with a splash of something acidic, like lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, or yogurt, you activate an enzyme called phytase. This enzyme acts as a key, unlocking the phytic acid bond and releasing the trapped minerals. This simple act of patience transforms your oatmeal from a mineral-depleting burden into a bioavailable, bone-nourishing superfood. Without this step, you are merely filling your stomach while your bones slowly starve. So, how do we stop this decay? How do we take this potential poison and transform it into the medicine your body desperately needs? The answer is not to abandon oatmeal, but to reconstruct it entirely. We call this the Steel Bowl Protocol, a method designed specifically to fortify the aging skeleton and arrest muscle loss. It begins with the foundation, the grain itself. You must discard the instant packets immediately. Replace them with steel-cut oats, the dense, unrefined kernels that demand your body work to digest them. But do not cook them yet. The night before, place them in a bowl with warm water and a tablespoon of yogurt or apple cider vinegar. Let them sit on your counter while you sleep. In those quiet hours, the alchemy happens. The mineral locks are broken and the nutrients are released. In the morning, when you cook these soaked oats, you must banish the idea of a carb-only breakfast. You are building a meal for muscle, not just energy. As the oats simmer, stir in a scoop of high-quality collagen powder or serve them alongside 2 boiled eggs. You need that 30 grams of protein to signal your legs to stay strong. Then stir in a generous spoonful of full-fat Greek yogurt. This adds creaminess without the sugar spike and provides the calcium your bones are begging for. Next, add the armor. Toss in a handful of crushed walnuts or pumpkin seeds. These provide the healthy fats and zinc necessary to reduce inflammation in your stiff joints. Instead of honey or brown sugar, sweeten your bowl with fresh blueberries or strawberries. Their deep colors are signals of powerful antioxidants that protect your blood vessels and improve circulation to your extremities. Finally, dust the entire bowl with Ceylon cinnamon, a spice proven to help regulate blood sugar, keeping your energy stable and your insulin low. This is no longer just oatmeal. It is a prescription for longevity. By eating this way 2 or 3 times a week and rotating it with other savory, protein-rich breakfasts, you are sending a powerful message to your body. You are telling it that you are not done moving, not done walking, and not done living. You are feeding your independence, one properly prepared bowl at a time. We have traveled a long way together in this short time. We began with the shocking realization that a food synonymous with health, oatmeal, could be the very thing silently undermining your strength. We stripped away the marketing lies of instant packets, exposed the hidden dangers of sugar and phytic acid, and confronted the uncomfortable truth about muscle loss and aging. It can be overwhelming to realize that habits you have held for decades might be hurting you, but I want you to feel empowered, not defeated. The knowledge you have gained today is not just information. It is the key to unlocking a future where you remain standing, walking, and living on your own terms. Think about what is truly at stake here. It is not just about the numbers on a glucose monitor or the milligrams of calcium in a bone density scan. It is about the freedom to walk through a park without fear of falling. It is about the strength to lift your grandchild without your knees buckling. It is about the dignity of living in your own home, cooking your own meals, and navigating your world without relying on others. Every time you choose to soak your oats, every time you add that scoop of protein, and every time you say no to the sugar-laden instant packet, you are making a profound investment in your independence. You are telling your body that you are not ready to slow down, that you are not ready to be frail. The human body is miraculously resilient. Even after 60 years of wear and tear, it retains an incredible capacity to heal and strengthen, provided you give it the right raw materials. You have the power to change the trajectory of your aging process. It does not require expensive medication or radical surgeries. It starts in your kitchen with a bowl of properly prepared oats and a decision to prioritize your structure over convenience. Do not let the simplicity of the solution fool you. The most powerful changes are often the simplest ones, executed with consistency and understanding. You now possess the blueprint for a breakfast that builds you up rather than breaking you down. The only question remaining is whether you will use it. The deepest lesson here is that what served you in the past may not serve you in the present. At 30, your body could tolerate high sugar and low protein. It could overcome the anti-nutrients in unsoaked grains through sheer metabolic vigor. But at 60, the margin for error narrows. The lesson is one of adaptation. To age successfully is to evolve your habits to match your changing biology. How to apply this today? Do not limit this mindset to oatmeal. Look at your entire life through the lens of your current reality. Ask yourself, is this habit building my body up or breaking it down? Whether it is how you sleep, how you sit, or what you drink, be willing to let go of how I have always done it in favor of what my body needs right now. Start with your breakfast tomorrow morning. Soak your oats tonight. It is a small act of preparation that signals a massive shift in mindset, from passive consumption to active preservation. We would love to hear from you and learn from your experience. Please answer this simple question in the comments below. What is the one healthy addition you will put in your oatmeal tomorrow morning? Walnuts, berries, or an egg? Please type your answer in the comments. Your commitment helps inspire others in our community to make a change. If you found value in this video and want to continue building a stronger, healthier body with us, please subscribe to EldraFit Nutrition right now. We have so much more to share with you, and we don't want you to miss a single strategy for living your best life. Thank you for watching, and here is to your strength.